Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Lady Walker Show. I am Lady Walker. We have a gem dandy of a show coming at you. My guest is an author. She has written 3 thriller books, The Range 2, and Low Down Diva, something like that, but we'll find out if I said that right. And she is also working on her next series, Snap. Welcome to the show, Amanda Lee. Amanda, thanks a trio for coming out and gracing us with your presence and the work that you are doing via your books, fiction books.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and again, thanks for, staying with us because we have had many shows throughout this day, and thanks so much for being able to stick around because sometimes some people have to vacate the premises because other things they have to do, other obligations at a set time. So thanks a trio. This is our first time meeting, and it's so interesting because we never communicated by phone. We communicated via email.
Right.
Technology, all the wonders of technology. And thank God that you are a woman of your word. You came.
Yes, ma'am.
You came, so thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
But you got 2 books, well, you brought 2 books with you, and this is The Range, the first book, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The Range. Let me hold it up just in case. Let me do the banner. The Range. And The Range 2 is already out as well. You just don't have it with you.
Right,
okay?
right. It's already out.
And Down Low. It's Down Low Diva. What did
Yes,
I say? Low Down Dirty Diva? Low Down, no. Down Low Diva. Down Low Diva.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
before we get into these 2 books, well, actually all 3, let's find out just a little bit about who is Amanda Lee.
Okay. I'm originally from Forest, Mississippi. I graduated from Sebastopol High School in '91, which everybody always, where's Sebastopol?
I know, interesting name.
Yes, that's on the other side of Forest, Mississippi.
Okay.
And I graduated from the police academy. And so I'm a cop.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
oh, interesting. You are a cop, and the books, from what I have read during the reviews, are interesting.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I decided to start writing in 2009. And my first book was called Scandalous.
Oh, okay.
But that was with a different publisher.
Oh.
And I switched publishers last year because she wasn't able to get them on inside the bookstores. They was like print on demand. So that's the reason why I had to switch companies.
Oh, the previous publisher was print on demand.
Right.
And what's that means? Print on demand, meaning that if you want it, they won't print a whole lot at one time. If you want it.
Well, she was selling them through Barnes and Nobles. If you go through Barnes and Nobles, you would have to order the book. And then they would send it. They wouldn't stock them in the store.
Oh, really?
Really. And so I decided to switch to another company because she could get me in different stores. And she has bookstores of her own, the Literary Joint Bookstore up in Maryland. So they have 3 bookstores up there as well.
3 bookstores. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, being a cop, and then being an author, how does that go hand in hand, or is there any conflicts there, or what? Especially when it comes to writing such books. Well, first, let's back this train on back. Okay, let's back it up. The genre of your books, how will you describe that?
With Deranged and Deranged 2, they're thrillers. And Down Low Diva is erotica.
Interesting. Erotica.
Yes, ma'am.
Down Low Diva. Down Low Diva erotica. Okay,
Yes,
we're going to let you briefly, during the second segment, come back and talk about each one, especially Deranged and Deranged 2. And then we want to save erotica for the third segment.
Okay.
So interesting, erotica. But what inspired you to actually start writing? Because you said you started in 2009.
Yes, well, I got published in 2009. In 2005, I moved to Indianapolis from here. And I stayed up there for a while, and I was sitting there, and I was bored.
Oh, really? 2005.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
somewhat bored.
You know, I was bored, and I just moved up there looking for a job, and I decided to go ahead and start writing because when I was 16 in high school, I started writing, and I had an English teacher. She helped me. And I let everyone read the book, and now I can't find it.
I wonder what happened.
At that time, I couldn't find it.
Okay.
So
at the age of 16.
Right.
Okay.
So I decided to, start back writing. And once I got into it, it just kept going, with Scandalous, Why Deny Me, A Family Divided by Color, and Death Do Us Part. And like I said, that was with my first publisher. But those books are discontinued because I moved to another company.
So you can't go back?
No, ma'am.
Wow.
She discontinued the books.
So you can't do any reprints
of
it, or do you not have the copyright or whatever rights to it?
Yes, ma'am. I could go back with the same company.
No, you don't have to go back with the same company, but the books.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I have the rights myself.
Oh, okay. You have the rights to it. Okay. So if you want to go back and do revision on it,
right,
you can resurrect that particular book.
Yes, ma'am.
Those books.
As a matter of fact, Scandalous. We're reworking Scandalous now.
Wow. Now, how do you get these ideas? Why? Because I'm pretty sure they are some interesting books.
Yes, ma'am. With Deranged, I was kind of upset at that particular time. I was dating this guy, and he really had me upset.
Okay, let me just write Deranged.
Yes, and so I decided to put my thoughts on paper. It took me 3 days to write Deranged.
3 days?
Yes.
From beginning
to end.
To end, 3 days. So you must have spent the whole day.
Yes, I was just that upset.
3 whole days. Would you say 24 hours or less?
I'm going to say maybe 2 days because the third day I just went back and, reread over everything that I wrote, to make sure.
And that was all based upon this boyfriend at that time had made you mad.
Angry. Yes.
Deranged. What an interesting title.
Yes, I mean, I was very upset at the time, and
But I guess that's when sometimes when you can get these great ideas. Well, I guess it depends on what emotion is there, and some emotions can prompt certain ideas. Well, before we allow you, or before we let you go forth with giving us more info on how the first Deranged came about, we are going to take a break because I see it in my forecast. We will be right back. Tonight's guest is author Amanda Lee. To obtain copies of Deranged 1 and 2 and download Diva and other inquiries, visit www.authoramandalee.com or log on to Facebook and type in Author Amanda Lee or email authoramandalee@yahoo.com or follow Amanda on Twitter @Dalmiz22. Welcome back. I am here with my guest Amanda Lee. She is the author of Deranged 2, and downright there I go getting it wrong, girlie. Download Diva. I try to have that particular book. Deranged was easy for me to memorize. Right. Download, it should have been easy because when you think of down low, as some people would say, down low men. So download Diva. Now, before we went on break, you were sharing with us how Deranged came about. Right. So just briefly tell us just a little bit about Deranged. What is Deranged about?
It's basically a woman and a man. They were lovers at first. And then they decided to be friends because he said he didn't want her anymore. He wanted to be with other women. And so she basically stalked him.
Now, that really happens in real life,
yes,
okay?
It does, yes. And she basically stalked him, trying to make him want her. and he was still coming by, you know, with
Okay.
the sexual thing, you know, and so it was leading her on more. So,
you know, and that can really confuse a person when you are doing that. You want it to be over with, but you are coming back
Right.
to feed your sexual appetite.
Right, and so, you know, she started killing his friends, started killing the girls that he's with.
Wow. And you wrote this book in 3 days. 2.5, 3 days.
I sure did.
Wow. I mean,
I was
your
just
mind must had really been really going.
Yes, ma'am, I was just that angry.
And so did you stay angry up until Deranged 2?
No, ma'am, I didn't. Once it got to Deranged 2, I had to actually sit and think and, you know, go back and read the book, you know, because I was, you know, like I said, upset. And at the time, you know, I met my husband, and I wasn't angry anymore.
Did he read the first book?
Yes, he did.
How did he take to it?
He asked me, was I crazy?
Because in this book, who is this? Is it Nicole
and Nikki?
These are two different people.
Yes, it's her split personality. Her name is Nikki, but I mean Nicole, but Nikki is her split personality.
Oh, so it's one person.
Right.
Really?
Right. And Nicole is actually in love with the guy Jeremy. She doesn't want him hurt, but Nikki wants him to feel that pain.
So Nikki is both Nikki
and Nicole.
Wow.
Yes, and I have it where it started from her childhood, where I think she was 5, and she started talking to herself. You know, her parents, you know, they was abusing her and stuff like that, and so she started to talk to herself. So that's how,
so interesting.
That's how Nikki came up.
Well, I guess the whole concept is interesting, how it all started and how long it took you to write it. and I don't know how many other characters you have in here in this book. Is it just Nikki, Nicole, and Jeremy? And there are other characters more likely in the book.
The other women that she was after, his mother, his brother. There's a guy named Cowboy. She was after him as well. I think that's about it.
That is so. And then with Deranged 2, is it more like a part 2 to Deranged 1?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Nikki still lives, right?
Yes,
Nicole still lives.
Actually Nikki's revenge in part 2.
Wow, interesting.
Yes,
so when it comes to writing, what really inspired you when it comes to writing?
Hopefully that my book will be in the movies one day.
Oh, great.
Yeah, because that's what I'm working on now. I have an agent, and they've already started pitching it off to movie producers.
Really?
So that kind of inspires me too. And then my kids, you know, they're always wanting stuff, this and that.
I know. How many children do you have?
I have 4.
4 girls, boys?
3 girls and 1 boy.
Yeah, and I guess it depends on their age, especially if they're a teen or adolescent. Yes. They want a lot of stuff.
They really do, especially my 17-year-old. She wants everything.
Really? So how do they take to the book or to the books?
Well, with
they haven't read Deranged.
No, well, my 17-year-old, she read the first 5 chapters, and she was like, "Mama, you crazy."
Oh, really? So you can pick it up in the beginning that something is wrong with Nicole.
Yes. Oh, it starts off.
Starts off with
like
you
that.
knowing that something is wrong with Nicole.
Yes. Yes, it starts off that way.
Do you write every day or?
Yes, ma'am. I try to, but
I mean, especially with you working, you know, apart from this,
yes,
on a secular job. So that means you have to have time to sit down and figure out. Does that sort of mess with your creativity?
Some days it does. You know, whenever it does, I usually just mark it.
Do you write every day?
Just about.
Really? Is there a certain setup that you have to have going when you sit down to write?
No, ma'am. They're just like with the Deranged. My kids, that's all they did was just bug me the whole time.
During the whole process,
yes,
really?
You know, they were asking me a lot of questions and, you know, just talking, and I just kept writing, just kept going.
So that wasn't a distraction when that was happening?
Because
you know, when you lose your thoughts?
Usually used to.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess so as a writer, because do you want to make this a lifetime thing?
Right.
And now we are going to talk about Down Low Diva during the next segment. I don't know why I insist upon getting this wrong. But going back to Deranged, and those two are thrillers.
Yes, Deranged and Deranged too.
And then, of course, Down Low Diva, you said, is erotica, so we'll save it when we come back from break.
Okay.
Which should be something of interest. How is it that, as I mentioned earlier, I did read some reviews, and you got both negative and positive.
Right.
That happens, okay? No
It
matter
does.
what you do. How does that in any kind of way affect you when you read reviews that are not really positive?
No, ma'am, not at all. They're just like all the negative reviews. I just went on and posted, "Thank you for your review." At least I know they read the whole
Exactly
book.
right. Well, that is good. That is
Yes,
really good.
I mean, I don't let that affect me. I'm kind of always a positive type person.
And you keep writing and writing and
I keep
writing.
going.
Now, I
and
did
going
make
and going.
mention earlier, because I think I read it somewhere, that you were working on another series, Snap.
Yes, and I found out that I have to actually change the title.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm thinking of calling it Rage, my next series. And
So it's going to be a series. What are you talking about? 3 books?
3 books. 3 books. And also I'm working on another book called Mutilated. And that's Mississippi's Most Hated Cannibal. So I'm
really?
I'm working on that as well.
You must watch various movies.
Especially horror.
Oh, you like watching a lot of horror?
I love horror. Love it.
Which is why you are really able to write like you do. I'm pretty sure that plays a part, but there are other things that can certainly come into play. But you got these different emotions that you got to allow to surface to write certain things. But because you feel some of this what the characters may be going through.
Especially Nikki and Nicole at that time.
Wow, this should be of interest. Well, we have another break coming up, and we are now going to focus on Down Low Diva and a few other things.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.
For more of The Lady Walker Show, go to YouTube and type in Lady Walker TV. 24/7, just for you.
Welcome back to the Lady Walker Show. My guest is Amanda Lee. She is an author of 3 books, Deranged, Deranged 2, and Lowdown Diva. Now we are really going to focus on that, and then we'll find out about who are some of your favorite authors in this genre and various other things. So, Down Low Diva. Now you said this is more like erotica.
Yes, ma'am. Zane inspired me.
Oh, Zane. Oh, Zane got some books. I think I may have read one of her books.
Yes, I've read almost
Long time
all of her
ago.
books. Almost all of her books, and then with the Sex Chronicles on Cinemax, yes.
How is it that people take to erotica? Because there are people out there for every book out there. So how do you find people respond to Lowdown Diva? Down Low Diva. I have screwed up this title throughout the whole show. I'm so sorry. Amanda, I am so sorry. It's Down Low Diva. Down Low Diva. Let me put it up there. Down Low Diva.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us a little bit about Down Low Diva. It's erotica, and what does that mean, erotica?
Basically, it's about a female named Christina. She has a boyfriend. She decided if she wants to get married or not. She's a college graduate, and she goes off to Denver, Colorado, and they sets her up with this escort services. And so she started experiencing different things with men, women, the orgies, the fruits, and, all types of stuff, the toys, and, she's just...
So you really have to familiarize yourself with various, as you mentioned, sex toys. You have to familiarize yourself with some of that in order to write about it.
Yes,
I'm not saying you have to engage in it, but you have to research. You have to research to learn a lot about various things.
It took me maybe 4 months to write that book.
Oh, this one took 4 months.
Yes. Yeah, it's about 4 months.
Oh, okay. So she goes off to college. You don't have to give everything. And
I mean,
well, how does sex play a role in it?
like with the women, there's one female that she takes to named Peaches, and Peaches is married. And she's sleeping with Peaches and her husband.
And you know that is happening in real life.
Yeah, swingers.
Okay, that's what they call it, swingers. Okay.
And then there's a couple of females that's in the escort services that she also engages with. And then the lady that's over it, she's actually going to become obsessed with Christina. So it's a lot of drama too.
Wow.
It's not just sex all the way through.
Okay.
It's a lot of drama.
But the genre is erotica.
Right.
For this particular book.
Right.
But you do thriller and you do erotica.
Right.
You're not limiting yourself. But
No.
that's where your passion is, thriller.
Thrillers. Yes, ma'am.
And now, every now and then erotica.
Yes, ma'am. I'm thinking about another one, but I don't know yet.
Wow. Well, who are some of the authors that you look up to or who may inspire you in these particular genres?
With the erotica, I'm gonna say Zane and Susie.
Okay, you did say Zane earlier.
And
Okay.
Susie Bright, she's another one. And with the thrillers, Stephen King.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you watch a whole lot of thriller movies.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you not
kinds.
frightened out of your wits, you know, because they can be so frightening?
I mean, I'm not scared. I mean, I want to see everything.
So you look forward to one day some of your books turned into
movies. Yes, that's what me and my agent are working on now, turning Deranged into a movie.
Now, I heard briefly one of your interviews. I think it was last year. I don't know if it was over the web or something from that standpoint. I don't know, like radio something.
That was this year.
Oh, that was okay.
Cyrus Webb.
No, it wasn't Cyrus. It was
was it?
another woman, another some webinar or something from that standpoint. I don't recall exactly who it is, but
last year. I know exactly what you're talking
Really?
about. Yes, ma'am.
And that's because I was
can't
trying
think of her name
because
at the
you
moment.
got because we're going to get your website and all of that. When we take a break and come back.
Okay.
But I did listen to it, and it was of interest. It was of interest because I hadn't read the book, so I needed to know what people thought about it and hear a little bit from you about it, so to get a feel for it.
Okay.
And everything, because I thought all three books were erotical, but it's only one, and it's only two thrillers.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So you have been on quite a few interviews.
Yes, ma'am. 3 or 4.
Amanda
I can't think of anybody's name at the moment, but
and it's like that, okay? When you're before the cameras, it's like that. Amanda Lee, where do you see? Oh, I know you said the movies. Getting your book turned into movie. Anything else that you see yourself going in the future?
Yes, ma'am.
With the books. But that is, with the movie, that's a big thing.
Right.
I mean, that is the ultimate step, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Getting the books turned into a movie.
Yes, so I won't have to work as a police officer anymore.
Oh, okay. I can understand that.
Right.
Yeah, it's more like a stepping stone to what you're really passionate about.
Right.
That particular as a police officer. That is great.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, I think this is going to be interesting to know what's really going on in the book. Download Diva, Deranged 2, and then the other books that's coming in the near future.
Hopefully one will be out by the end of this year.
By the end of the year.
But I'm not for sure, though.
Oh, well, what is one thing that you would like for people to know about Amanda Lee? The fans, any one thing you would like for them to know?
That I'm not crazy.
Oh, there you go, that you are not crazy. You are just creative. Because if that be the case, you would think Stephen King and a lot of other people are crazy.
Right.
You are right, that you are not crazy.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm coming out with a book called Mutilated, about cannibalism, Mississippi's most hated cannibal. So, you know, I just don't want them to think I'm crazy when that book comes out.
You are just creative. That's the bottom line.
And I don't eat people.
And you have a very good, you know,
Yes,
creative
a very
imagination.
vivid imagination.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, we have one more break, and y'all, we'll be right back.
Tonight's guest is author Amanda Lee. To obtain copies of The Range 1 and 2 and download Devo and other inquiries, visit www.authoramandalee.com or log on to Facebook and type in Author Amanda Lee or email authoramandalee@yahoo.com or follow Amanda on Twitter @Dalmez22.
You guys, I tell you what, I am going to get it right now. Download Diva. Download Diva. It's an erotica book. And then we have The Range. And she also has The Range too. Amanda Lee is the author. Now, on break, we briefly talked about Download Diva. Diva, and you said that your husband got somewhat mad because of some of the, I guess,
The emails.
the emails sent to you by
My
people, guys, females probably too.
Yeah, females too. I was telling him that people respond to me because I'm writing erotica. That's the only reason why they're responding. I said, if you want to stop that, you would have to stop your wife from writing erotica. I said that.
That's not happening.
Yes, I mean, that's the only reason why they respond. You know, I don't pay it no
And because
attention.
of
you
what
know.
you write, they thinking that I guess they think they can come on to you from their standpoint.
Right.
But you are not the character.
No.
You are two totally different people.
I've had a lot of people to ask me, was I the character in the book? No,
But you are
I'm
not.
not.
Because you think about people on TV when they are playing a certain role on TV.
Right.
But in real life,
That's
they
not them.
are nothing like the character that they play.
Right, right.
Well, that's interesting. Well, Amanda, it has come that time. But it has been real.
Yes.
It has been real. And when you get through with your next book, we'll have you back out.
Okay.
So you can tell us briefly about it.
Okay.
Thank you
Great.
so much, Amanda. I really appreciate
I'm so glad to
appreciate
be
you
here.
coming out.
Glad to be here.
All right. Oh, by the way, Amanda, I forgot. If anybody wants to know how they can purchase your book, where can they go to purchase your book?
They could go to Barnes & Nobles. They also can get it online, Amazon, Kindle. They go to Nook. And, of course, the Literary Joint Bookstore in Maryland. There's 3 locations. They could go there as well. I think it's located in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York. I'm all over.
Okay. So you have a Facebook page?
Yes, it's author Amanda Lee. And my Twitter is @DIAMEZ22. That's Dalmez22.
Okay. Any other info, contact information?
My email address is authoramandalee@yahoo.com, and my website is authoramandalee.com.
All right. Well, it is every bit nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here.
Thanks a trio.
Have fun.
Me too. Well, beloved, that is all she wrote. And as I said to Amanda, it has been real. And bear in mind, I leave with you that take a little time out of your day and have a healthy life. After all, one day the heart is good like a medicine. That's all.